Hello and welcome to my weekly Empower transmissions. So, these are weekly channeled messages that I get to share with you from beings who are very interested in the expansion of human consciousness. So, if you don't know me, my name is Meaghan. I'm a naturopathic doctor in Calgary. And through my own expansive journey, I've ended up doing work around channeling, which is something I never would have expected, but here we are. Anyway, so we're doing the week of July 12th, 2026. This is a very potent time in history, as many of you can attest to. A very beautiful time as well, if you can lean into that. This week's message is all about the future of love is here now. The future of love is here now. So, as I mentioned, this is a potent time, and this message in particular felt not urgent so much as just very important and had a sense of power and oomph behind it, which was a little new. So, I actually wanted to read part of this transmission, which is something I haven't done yet, because it's best sometimes coming straight from the horse's mouth, if you will. So here we are. I'm going to read an excerpt from the beginning, and then I'm going to read an excerpt from the end of this channel. You are the stars of the future. Lean into the skill that you have, unrealized skills of communicating with each other in unconventional ways. Notice your neighbor and how you communicate. Words, language, eyes. Tune into their soul world. See if that communication is open. You might be surprised. Try this right now this week, the coming weeks. Everyone you interact with, see into their eyes more deeply, into their soul. Don't forget that you are the one to propel these intentions forward. Don't just follow, do. See your tuned in friends doing it, or those you watch online, sure, but do it yourself. Now. This time is now to step into this. That is your task. Look, feel, touch the energy of this time. Then I asked specifically what listeners could do specifically to work on all of this. And here's the answer. Sit in silence, be with yourself, and feel the love that you are in. Notice each breath is love. Love for you and for all that exists. Do this every day. Things will change, especially during this time when the energies of love are magnified. You might ask, what do I mean? Things feel terrible, but that is part of the illusion. So, really what's being asked here is for us to step outside of what we're being shown in the external world, which is scary and ominous and distracting. Don't get me wrong, I do not want to demean all of the things that are happening that are not great and the people that are unfortunately affected by all of that. And you might be one of those people, even if it's just emotionally and empathically affected by what's going on around us. But part of the illusion is we're getting distracted by that. And the reality of what this message is saying is that we are the change, right? We get to decide. We get to step into that place of a loving space and to cultivate that and share that with the world. And also to really there was interesting, I thought the beginning was really interesting, and I feel passionately about this, so I love that this came up. But just to start finding new ways of communicating. Like, we don't have to just communicate with words, or we actually all have the ability to communicate telepathically. So I mean, I'm a testament to that. I started off my journey very much engulfed in probably more of a materialist way of thinking about the world, and just interested, especially in my practice, so interested in just evidence-based medicine. And although that has value, it is limited, right? Especially if we're only limiting ourselves to that. And through my own expansion, here I am on YouTube channeling beings. Like, that is not what I was expecting to be doing. And so it's so interesting that to come into this reality and understand this idea that we all have the ability to do these things that seem like special powers. They're not. And I think we're in this time where humans are starting to wake up and understand that we have this. There is, if you haven't watched the telepathy tapes, I highly recommend it, because um, it helps to open up this door that all of us have this ability to communicate in unconventional ways, as was communicated to you today. And so stepping into that, and a lot of the ways that we can do that is through this sense of loving one another and tuning into that sense of love. And you might be one of those people that love is a charged word. It might not have a lot of meaning, or maybe there's trauma around that, and that's okay. Just whatever comes up for you around that is also so important and needs to be healed and cleared. So, um, zero judgment. If it's difficult for you to feel the sense of love, just be with what is there. And a beautiful practice to lean into to do this is actually a really simple heart math practice. If you've never heard of heart math, they're a brilliant organization that's been researching the electromagnetic field of the heart and the nervous system. Lots there, but anyways, they have a very simple practice, which is about breathing, just imagining breathing in and out of your heart, and then bring a positive emotion to mind. And in this case, we may choose the emotion or the feeling of love, and then breathing that in and out of the heart. And what this organization has found, Heart Math, is that automatically, very, very quickly, for pretty much all people, regulates your nervous system, meaning that it settles you. So it's a beautiful practice just for that, but also with this kind of intention in mind, where, sit in silence, be with yourself, and feel the love that you are in. Notice each breath is love. And so if you can, tune into this heart math practice, heart breathing, you can cultivate that feeling within your heart, even if you have difficulty accessing it. Really beautiful and healing practice. So I hope that helped in some way and gives a little bit of something to focus on for this week, to support your expansion and your continually elevating consciousness, even if it doesn't feel like it. Because we're in such a wild time, it can come with a lot of emotions, and there's accelerated healing going on for all of us, which sounds great, but can also be challenging as we go through that. Big stuff can move through, and it can feel like we're regressing, and that is not true. We are on that upward spiral of healing and expansion. And so that's just my reminder to you that this is true for you. So let me know, leave a comment to let me know how this went. Share it with somebody that you think might appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already done that. And I very much look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.